Alright, here we go. This is a custom 2v2 on Thar, and this is actually streamed live by Steve on OPTV Live, and I co-casted it. And this was actually sent in by one of the players that played it. And this is going to be on Thar, and it will be between the red team in the upper left, Wreckz in the Star Neo, and Electrys, I think that's how you say it, right? Electrys in the Tomcat Striker, and their opponents, the blue team in the bottom right, mrbrush in the Classic Striker, and Dissonant in the Raptor Neo. So it's Striker Neo, Striker Neo. Not exactly the typical combination you are used to seeing nowadays in matchmaking or in any 2v2 game or even a 3v3 game. Yeah, you see Neos in 3v3 games, but let's be honest, not really that heavily used. It's definitely not considered very strong. Blue team immediately going for mid, and red team going for the close. Wreckz doing quick scout does note that that is happening, and the red team actually already setting out. I'm guessing this is on Y. I would hope that it would be on T though. The blue team neutralizing or knocking down the brutes at mid, has been able to clear their side of their neutrals. Not completely though, like there's some still sitting over here, and the right side over here are still, I mean, it's still threatening to have neutrals there just because it's harder to get us around, and your units will be fired on. But the blue team does grab this middle outpost under their control. The Gemini versus the Longhorn will lose, and the red team is moving up. I guess that is sit on T because they were able to capture this, so this is going up this slope now, and actually the blue team has quite a lot of units. It's an overwhelming number compared to the blue team, I would say, and the red team looks like they're in good shape. They can actually get some mech support here. Wreckz, did go down. When was that? Either way, only 3 Gemini up here. The red team really needs to ferry up. But they are still moving, so the red team's units will start to overwhelm the blue team at this point. The blue team not bearing their units up. Dissonant and mrbrush both going down. And now the blue team will be losing this middle outpost because, yeah, now to neutral. And a lot of the units have been killed, and Wreckz already calling GG. Man, that was quite an overwhelming push. The blue team did not scout it at all and did not prepare for an incoming tank line. And to be honest, the first thing you do after you grab this middle outpost and all your units are back here is start to ferry, start to get a better surround, get a good defense on the mid, unless you're going to play with a more aggressive, continual pushing or dropping style. And Electrys and mrbrush fighting it out over here, and no one's going to be finished off, I don't think. But Dissonant, with a couple of flame drops on the corner, will do a significant amount of damage if not responded to, but now it does get responded to by Electrys. Not using his sword. Does he even have it? No, he does not have sword in his... really don't like seeing people not getting their starting abilities, their basic ability. It's just, I mean, maybe Neo Cloak is the one thing that you might not need at the beginning of the game, just because it's so inefficient and your energy pool is much lower. And the red team now pushing out even further. Dissonant stopping 2 ratchets. I guess those were sit on Y on accident, but now Wreckz here to attack the bottom outpost. Electrys is here, does go down. But now Wreckz, is he going to support, or going to continue this fight? They left a lot of units here at mid and pushing half in. It's, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. But, okay, they have been able to take it under control. Will Wreckz be able to support this? He is actually kind of low on life. Dissonant firing in at him. Will Wreckz go down? Wreckz does get finished off. mrbrush coming here to support Dissonant, and the red team will lose this bottom outpost probably. Or actually, no. Electrys now coming back to support. What does he have in his build queue? He just has 3 Mortys. Okay, so that will keep it red for now, but the red presence in here is going to start to dwindle, and has already, with 1 already firing in for the blue team. Wreckz now finally coming back in, but will this work? Will the red team be able to hold it? No, only 1 creep left in the bulb, and it does go down to neutral. Will the red team be able to support this with even more? There are creeps sitting right over here that is definitely on the red team's minimap, but they don't have enough units over here to hold, I think, especially with the 1 artillery pointing in. Not pointing at these units, but it was pointing in at the outpost, neutralizing it quicker. And the red team still trying to fight for this, not pulling back at all, not switching their focus to maybe this outpost or the fort with 2 ratchets randomly sitting there. Very, very interesting, strange to see. Funny to see, I would say, is probably a better way to put it. But Wreckz trying to come with even more Mortys to get this outpost under his control. Not going to work. The blue team has way too much unit presence in the area. And the blue team have been able to hold this bottom, has been able to take it back under the control, and this might go to neutral because Wreckz with his Mortys and his fire. But even though the red team does not really have enough here to hold, and it's actually Dissonant, I think, or mrbrush couldn't really see. And Electrys going down to Dissonant. Wreckz going to be able to take the cover of his unit, so he will not be finished off. But the blue team holding this right outpost, and the creep drops were able to hold it under the control. These ratchets will eventually die to creeps, will they? Oh no, they'll just hold on. Okay, Dissonant's here. But the creeps would have just passed, injured them, and they would have healed each other. And that would have been just a continual process. Wreckz trying to take that corner. And let's see here. Dissonant now moving up. Oh, sorry, this is mrbrush with an artillery and a seeker. Good starting unit composition. The red team is definitely not here to harass it. They will try to take this corner. It's probably the next logical step. And Dissonant gonna take out the lunchbox. And easy kill right there. And mrbrush with just still a single Archie, but enough tank and seeker defense to prevent the red team from really leapfrogging up effectively without, well, if there was a blue team player in support, they would not be able to take it very, or, you know, attack or harass these units very easily. Sonya already down, no artillery down for the red team, actually no jammer at all. However, the red team will be able to overwhelm the neutrals over here, will eventually take this outpost. However, the Mortys are not going in, which is crazy. Come on, Mortys. There you go. Wreckz grabbing one single Morty, and he will be able to get this bunkered. But already a very decent line over here by the blue team, by mrbrush. And now the blue team going for the corner as well, for their corner. I don't know if you would really call it their corner, but the other corner. And Dissonant doing quick scout, doing a stasis blast. But just to realize what is there. Sees that it is pretty much impenetrable from via a small force, and honestly I don't think you can really do a T-push, because I think the number of waypoints up there at the top outpost is very, very small. Very, very, very small. Wreckz trying to harass what he can, but it does look like he will go down. Wreckz, oh, really low on health, does get stasis, and mrbrush finishing him off, and Electrys might fall victim to that as well. He is forced to land, gonna go to his outpost, but Dissonant hitting him on the ground. Oh, and will he be able to get... Yes, he is able to get back to that outpost before it gets killed. And now, let's see, one Archie firing in, no jammer quite yet for the blue team. However, I don't think this Archie is really, I think this is about the extent of its range. It's not really firing anymore from what I can see, from what I can tell. But yeah, no jammer down on the field yet. Wreckz now making an artillery line. Oh, who has that Bertha out? Oh, it's Dissonant with a Bertha coming out. They will be able to do a lot of damage if once again, no jammer out on the field. I don't think. Yeah, Sonya and jammer. No, Wreckz has not made anything at all yet. So the single Archie is actually doing a lot of work comparatively. And oh, mrbrush almost able to finish it off, and a lot of units going down actually. That would look at this artillery battle. Barrel. Gotta love that debris. It looks so cool sometimes. But either way, mrbrush and Dissonant pushing up from that bottom outpost, and actually nothing guarding down here except for a random seeker over here. And yeah, the blue team is, okay, once again, no jamming unit down on the field. I don't really know why Wreckz has not chosen to put it down yet. And I think that's what I kept saying the first time we watched this game. But yeah, it's still very, very surprising to see. I thought it was a little bit sooner than this. They put it out. The one Bertha down on the field for the blue team. The one Bertha out on the field for the red team is not doing as much as the Bertha on the blue team, just because this Sonya is sitting here. Wreckz, where is that jamming unit? Finally is queuing up a Sonya. Will put it down on the field now. However, the red team has lost a lot of units to the blue artillery already, and Dissonant might be able to. Okay, well, it just kills the bunkered units there, or bunkered infantry. And checking on that right side, that is okay. Dissonant with a Sonya here in a you know, unit cluster that is not being pelted away by artillery. Almost a dead giveaway for a secret push coming. However, when it is a secret push, it will go this way, and it will go right, you know, go right past the blue team, or the red team. So I don't know. Well, and Electrys already has spotted it. So yeah, the Sonya, waste of credits, might as well have built another flacker. Either way though, Electrys gonna drop some Morty bombs, which is still a thing in this patch, will be corrected next patch by the time you guys watch this video. Morty bombs and flamer bombs will hopefully not be a thing anymore, or at least be much less of a thing. But this large, you know, blue unit cluster moving toward the red fort is actually something for the red team to worry about. There's nothing really to stop it at this point, and it does look like is Electrys going back to stop it somehow? No. And okay, this has not been mass held at all. Wreckz does drop the stasis to slow it down a little bit, but still, it's still incoming, impending doom. Oh, and the red team actually sent from this top right corner as well. I think I did miss that the first time also. But oh, and mrbrush getting back to that forward, or to that right outpost before he gets killed. And Electrys actually is the one in danger. Gets hit by the stasis, but no, Dissonant not able to finish him off on the ground. And this will probably be enough to overwhelm the red. Oh no, the blue team dropping a lot of defenses, and with that Neo stasis and that striker melee, it probably will be able to hold. The red team really does need to worry about this now. It's getting dangerously close to their fort, and these the Bertha and two Archies are firing it away. They have been able to neutralize this middle outpost. So what will this do for the blue team? The red team really needs to defend. Dissonant getting you know, Gemini on the corner. Not exactly a blocking tank right there, but it will be able to kill the Gemini once it you know, yeah, there you go, dead. But now they have a pretty large. Okay, these goalies and the couple tanks are definitely going to be enough to defend against this. So the red team is good. They might counter push is not really a good way to put it because they're not going to be able to push to where the blue team sent it from, but they might be able to push out. Use these goalies Gemini at the mid fight, which they desperately need. I mean, they really could just even push in. Oh, but then they push down here and not to right here. That's why this is such a good position for for the artillery line to be, just because you can't push into it at all, so that's not even an option. Your tank defense does not have to be that great. The only thing that the red team can do right now is leapfrog into it and position more artillery into it, and Dissonant once again making more tanks over here and will push it in again. And this time, if he pushes on Y, this outpost is very, very much undefended. Just a single Gemini, and that will almost definitely not be enough should Dissonant get enough tanks over there. What does he have down there right now? He has 1 jammer, 3 Gemini, and a flacker. They're going to bring out even more, another flacker and a patcher for some reason. The patcher is not that productive in this kind of situation, but yeah, still will be really good. We'll probably start to ferry more. No. Okay, just going to bring out more. And what is he doing? He's just going to do a drop? No, he didn't even bring anything. But either way, the red team kind of stuck where they are. I think they did bring a few of the goalies up. I think there were 2 over here, but now there's only 1, so yeah, but still, this is still really devastating, and Mr. Brush moving even closer. I don't know about that. I think I'd want to move just a little bit closer up here this way, because this is going to start to get into danger if the red team start to ferry down, especially with the heavy goalies over here. And Wreckz does notice it, and he does drop the stasis blast. Will he? Oh man, he looks like he will get killed, and Mr. Brush finishing off Wreckz there. And this is very lightly defended. This is semi-lightly defended. This is still a threat for the red team, though. Whenever the blue team starts to push that out, as long as they have mech defense and maybe one of the other mechs, or mech support, maybe one of the other players on the blue team can distract the red team, and that will almost definitely be able to neutralize and take that, or at least get a good surround on that left outpost. This is almost getting killed, very, very close, but the harass was a successful harass, killing 1 ratchet, not necessarily the ideal unit to kill, but now they can start to poke away at those units at the top right, which is what Dissonant is doing. The ratchet will not be able to keep up, and because it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, and now, a stray Gemini. Mr. Brush leapfrogging a little bit too far. Mr. Brush needs to save that Gemini, which he does not. Wreckz with a goalie and 3 Gemini. That's really, really substantial over there. So, yeah, this is going to be able to push the blue team back just a little bit. And Electrys really low enough. Oh, gets finished off by Dissonant. That Neo really, really good for the chase. And not even the chase, but to just keep up and prevent the enemies. That was the striker this time, but pretty much any other thing besides a saucer or a fellow Neo from running away. And now the blue team has been able to clear the left side, the left bottom side of mid. And Wreckz, once again, checking on his units, needs to heal them up because Dissonant has just been dropping stasis and firing. And, Wreckz, really low enough. Oh, man, those missiles. What does he have it at by now? He has level 2 missiles, so it's 4 missiles at a time. So strange. Wreckz blaming the lag, which he was doing at the time as well. I mean, I will admit that it was sort of laggy, but it was not that bad. But the red team taking this middle outpost back into control, have a pretty substantial tank line, and they might even want to push in. 82 out of 86 for the blue team, so they might not be able to mount a defense just through the lack of upkeep alone. However, they have been able to neutralize this left outpost. Dissonant finally moving in with those units on the left, and does take that left outpost under the control, and now blue team definitely has enough upkeep to keep up with whatever, and the credits. Wow, look at all the credits. So if the red team now decides to push in, the blue team can definitely produce enough defenses to at least keep the red team at bay wherever they move out to. And honestly, with that many units, they can only really go to the fort and push on Y, just because the number of waypoints here and the number of waypoints here is very, 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 very low. And this keeping the left side of mid completely empty, and the blue team actually looking very, very much in good shape at this point. It does look like the red team is finally starting to push out. I would say a couple minutes too late, maybe a minute or 2 ago would have been the best time. Once again, because of the lack of upkeep that the blue team had at the time, but now 100 out of 123, plenty of room to put down defenses. And it does look like they will be able to at this point. They definitely have scouted it. 1 random Gaddy. Okay, I guess, whatever. But yeah, now the red team with plenty of units moving out. They might want to compact it a little bit more, move some of the front units back a little bit. But this will be a small threat to the red team, or to the blue team, I think. They are still only 106 out of 123, and Dissonant moving out there. They might even want to move out these units because the amount of fort defense is very low. Let's see, a couple of infantry, a Gemini, and a Gaddy. But the blue team now does have to start concentrating on defending. They have one defensive Archie and one defensive Bertha out on the field, so that's actually going to be quite substantial. If the red team does not get a good surround and support this push with Micro, their push would be just completely demolished, especially by the Bertha. With is there a jamming? Okay, there is a Sonya out on the field, so that's good. Or not on the field, but with this push, so that will kind of deflect the shots. But still, I think this defense by the blue team is going to be enough. I don't see the red team really doing that much damage. It will probably take out about a quarter of their health, maybe. Oh, there is even a roller here just to push units around. And Electrys going down. Wreckz went down previously, and the red team does not really have much of a chance here anymore with both mechs down, and the blue mechs are going to be here to support. mrbrush going to sword away about half the blue team's life down, and Dissonant with those Blade Guardians is actually going to be able to do quite a lot of damage as well. They might want to start dropping infantry bombs as well. But oh, Wreckz with 4 Gemini in the corner with 2 dropped and 4 repositioned. Actually, this is a lot of damage. This might be the end of the game. The drastic damage sound going down on the blue team, but now mrbrush with a lot of sword slashing, Dissonant with body blocking, they will be able to stop this damage going down for now. One goalie right at the front door, another goalie right here, back here, that after the first one got killed. But what has the red team done in this time? The blue team has been able to grab this middle outpost under the control, and they have sent out already. Will the red team be able to defend against this? Electrys is here, so they might be able to. Oh, and Wreckz continuing to drop. This is probably their only shot. Wreckz is going to try to do as much damage as he can, but the Gemini have been blocked, and Wreckz trying to fire in, cloaking, but not going to be able to do much more, and he will go down. Lunchbox already going down for the blue team. I say going down way too much. Popo, you were right. But either way, the red team going to be able to defend against this. It's not going to be that big of a deal, especially with Morty bombs. Once again, the damage on death, and plus the grenades that they initially shoot. Lots of damage. Lots of damage, way too much. Thank God that's getting fixed. But the blue team getting a weird surround here with a Flacker and a Sonya. No tanks getting moved around, and Wreckz not able to kill Dissonant on the way back to that forward. And the blue team does look like they're going to be able to take the very last amount of outposts that the red team has on the field. mrbrush landing because he was in danger, but now with his mech teammate in support, Dissonant might be able to finish off Electrys. Electrys going all the way back to that fort. Oh, let's see if he gets go. Oh man, Electrys getting chased down all the way. Woo, that was quite a long chase, pretty much all the way across Thar, which is a very, very long distance. The blue team going to be able to grab this top outpost, and the last one is the corner, very, very lightly defended with a single Gemini that will get killed right now by Dissonant. Oh no, not quite yet. And Wreckz trying to cloak. Oh, but he's cloaking way too early. He will run out of cloak already. The goalie will he be able to get it in some sort of hole? He does find a hole, but he hasn't been able to set it on T or on Y. He has, but mrbrush immediately with the Gemini block, and this will go down very, very fast. And the last corner outpost going to get taken away by the blue team. The red team has nothing left here, so the red team could actually, I mean, the blue team could just all in from the majority of their posts. There it says really pretty much nothing. This has a good amount. All right, mid has a good amount, so if they just pushed in from mid and from both close outposts on the red side, they probably will be able to get a finish pretty easily. They are right now just doing some harass and whatever, flybys and all that stuff. Okay, now they are moving in. Where was that from? No idea. Maybe that was from the right outpost. I think that was where mrbrush sent out. And yeah, they should just send everything, because like the meager defenses and whatever they can produce right now by the red team is very, very small, especially considering the amount of credit income they have right now, where the blue team has the entire map and are actually dominating. And the red team, Electrys trying to do another goalie drop to get the finish on the blue team, but he had a long way to go, and 2 blue mechs covering him the entire time. Will get killed right now, almost definitely. Yes, there you go. And Wreckz trying to cloak by with 2 Gemini, but he does get caught by mrbrush, and Wreckz, oh man, so bad. Not necessarily bad, but like just you know, last ditch efforts to be able to you know, to try to get this done. And Wreckz going down, getting killed very easily, and the red team will lose the rest of their tanks to the blue mechs over here. And once again, the blue mechs, or the blue team, can just push everything they have right here, right here, right here. This is nothing compared to that, especially look how much life they have left. But I guess because the red team is being dominated right now, they don't really have to prioritize on that too much, although it's just kind of BM to not move out. However, the blue team easily going to get this finish very, very soon. The damage ticking away by that domination state. And they're just kind of playing right now, just playing around, messing around, dog fighting, dropping, whatever. At this point, the red team is just going to die in a matter of a few seconds. And Dissonant dropping the GGWP, and that is it. The red team going down to the blue team. mrbrush and Dissonant taking this custom PvP game on Steve's OPTV live stream over Wreckz and Electrys. Very unexpected outcome when the red team took that middle outpost away from the blue team right at the beginning of the game. It was pretty, especially with the lack of units that the blue team had. By the time the red team, I'm sorry, I'm getting my colors all mixed up. By the time the red team took the mid, the blue team had almost nothing left, and I was like, okay, the red team can do whatever the hell they want right now. Maybe attack here, maybe attack there. Wreckz is one of the best players in the game, you know, judging by the last tournament, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I was very, very baffled by the way that the blue team was able to hold that attack on the right side and the attack on the bottom. Kind of were like half in, not even, yeah, and they could have afforded more. They definitely could have afforded sending more, I would say, definitely. But I guess due to the lack of unit support by the red team, they weren't able to take either the bottom outpost or the right outpost those initial times, and then the blue team just slowly moved up, moved those artillery in. Wreckz never put down a jamming unit, and the left side of that mid was just completely demolished. The mid got neutralized, and the blue team making those secret pushes from the right side. The right side wasn't that secret, but on the left side, able to take that left outpost, and that's just how an AirMech game goes. High tier or not, that was some good stuff. All right, guys, if you see any good stuff, spectate, watch, play, whatever, send them in to me. You guys know what to do. I don't want to have to say it over and over again this time, but yeah, I appreciate every single replay, even if I don't have the time to respond to it, even if I don't have time to, you know, watch your replay submission just because maybe I have a high volume week or something like that. I appreciate every single submission that comes into me, which is great. I mean, the support is unreal, and you know, the other casters, if you say yes on that checkbox, other casters in the American community can see it also. And if you're interested in being a caster, I have that replay pool. I'll try to help you as much as I can. The community will help you as much as we can. And that's how it works here in the AirMech community under Carbon Games. All right, guys, this is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.